Right now at noon, two separate protests taking place on university campuses in Portland and Seattle. We have videos of the aftermath. Plus, authorities are looking for the person who stabbed an elephant seal pup on Oregon Beach. We have the description of the offender and later.
It was heartbreaking. It was embarrassing.
A Wilsonville teen frustrated over the treatment of her art entry in a contest while she was trying to deliver an important message. Your news at noon starts right now. We start with breaking news at noon and an arrest that made in a road rage case that was caught on camera. Beaverton police credit social media with helping track down the driver. His name is Samir Hilio Pizzado Filo, and he is facing 3 felony charges, including assault. He's expected in court this afternoon at 2 o'clock. We have dashcam video showing what happened early yesterday morning on Highway 26. We've decided to pause the video right before the Kia minivan barrels into the motorcyclist, sending him flying. We spoke to the mom of the man of the motorcycle.
I don't care what happened prior to it. It doesn't give anybody that right. And motorcycles on the road are just like cars. They have license, they have rules to follow. But who in the right mind? That guy has issues, and I'm sorry he has issues, but who in the right mind would do something like that?
Her son Corey went to the hospital but walked out hours later with a concussion and no broken bones. We'll be in court this afternoon and have an update tonight on the news at 4. And breaking news in Gresham, police say what began as a suspicious death investigation is now considered a homicide. Officers were called to a mobile home park just before 8 yesterday morning along Northeast 201st near Birdsdale Way. Police found 22-year-old Ahanu Johnson dead. Here's a photo of him. Investigators haven't said how Johnson died and are asking anyone with information to contact detectives. And now to new video showing some of the vandalism left behind by protesters on PSU's campus last night. Portland police arrested 5 people on misdemeanor charges. PSU says only one is confirmed to be a student. So the protesters were rallying against the conservative activist and former college swimmer Riley Gaines, who was scheduled to speak at the school. Gaines has previously spoken out against allowing transgender athletes to compete in women's sports. In a statement, PSU says the university remains committed to upholding free speech and ensuring the safety of our campus community. They told us that the graffiti has already been cleaned up. And we have new visuals this afternoon showing the aftermath of a protest at the University of Washington last night. Dozens of people set fires on campus, then took over the engineering building, barricading themselves inside. About 30 people were arrested here. In an online post, a group called Super UW said that the protesters want the university to cut ties with Boeing because of the company's defense contracts with the Israel military. The engineering building the protesters occupied received a $10 million donation from Boeing. Post online suggests the group has another protest scheduled for tonight. And now to a call out from NOAA Fisheries. They're seeking information on the attack of an elephant seal pup on the beach in Nescoin, Oregon. It happened on March 16th at night between 8 to 11:30 p.m. They say while the young elephant seal survived, it sustained multiple stab wounds. Now, NOAA has a description of the person responsible. They say that they're a white male about 5'10", wearing aviator sunglasses with thick lenses, and they may be driving a dark blue 1990s Dodge or Chrysler van. Anyone with information should call the NOAA enforcement hotline at 1-800-853-1964. All right, we're going to head up to Rod Hill now on the weather deck. Looking like we're reaching 80s today. Is that right?
Easy.
I mean, he says.
So 84 is on my forecast map. Our chief meteorologist, Matt Sfino, had 85 last night, and I'm wondering, are we not warm enough? I mean, the sun feels really warm hitting my backside up here on the deck, brought to you by Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. There's some high cirrus clouds in the sky as I look around, but otherwise it is just marvelously sunny, and it will stay that way for the remainder of today. So let's show you some live cameras at noon. We'll go out to the coast, our Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. Been this way all day. Lunchtime temperature 60 degrees. Our weather models are showing could be mid-70s in places like Tillamook today, by the way, which of course is just a little bit inland. Here's the Chehalem tasting room camera from Sherwood out on the west side in Washington County. 74 degrees at high noon, and here is the zoo. Lots of folks out as you would expect, enjoying the sunshine up in the West Hills where it's 73 degrees at noon. Out of PDX, We're at 74, so the wind direction is north to east and mainly light. Seems to be a slam dunk to me that we're going to get up into the mid 80s. We'll see how warm we go. 84 would equal the warmest we have been so far this year, 79 at 8 o'clock. Changes tomorrow, including some clouds, cooler weather, maybe even a raindrop tomorrow. That's ahead in my 7-day forecast. For now, from the weather deck, back indoors.
Thank you, Rod. Just an hour ago, the newly elected Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney met with President Donald Trump at the White House. During the mostly civil oral office meeting, Prime Minister Carney stressed Canada is not for sale, while President Trump told reporters that he would like to see Canada become part of the U.S. and indicated it will benefit both sides.
Having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
Canada is stepping up the military participation because Mark knew, they were low and now they're stepping it up, and that's a very important thing. But never say never. Never say never.
The relationship between the two countries has worsened, though, since the Trump administration imposed a 25% tariff on many Canadian goods in March, including steel. A local theater is raising money after the Trump administration announced cuts to the National Endowment for the Arts. Portland Playhouse learned last week that it had lost $25,000 grant, but since then, the community has stepped up, filling seats and donating more than enough money to cover that grant. The Playhouse has also started to crowdfund campaign the support of 27 other arts organizations who lost grant money totaling nearly $600,000.
So it's mobilizing people, and that I'm really proud of, and it's good to see.
I think it's a campaign about voice. It's a campaign about saying, we are here, we cannot be canceled.
We have a full list of organizations impacted by the cuts and a link to donations page in the online version of the story at KGW.com. A Wilsonville teenager is airing her frustration over a local art contest. She tells us that she's angry not because she didn't win, but because of what her school district did with her entry. Catherine Cook has a story.
Art's my passion, always has been, always will be.
Wilsonville junior True Williams poured that passion into her latest piece. It's called Chain Smoker. She collected the cigarette butts at a concert and mixed them with clay to form this heart. True says her grandparents died of smoking-related illnesses.
It's kind of like a PSA to people. I wanted them to almost feel grief from it.
True's art teacher entered Chain Smoker in the Clackamas Education Service District Regional Art Show. Last year, True won the sophomore category with this painting. She couldn't wait for this year's show.
Buildup of excitement was flowing through my veins.
But when True got to the district building the night of the reception, here's what she saw. Her art stuffed in a plastic bag in a plastic container on a table. This photo from the district's Facebook page offers a broader perspective.
Seeing that it was just completely dismissed, it was heartbreaking. It was embarrassing. No one else's piece got treated this way.
True reached out to district officials, worried judges never got a chance to see her piece as she had intended. A district spokesperson told us judges did have access to a photo and description of all entries, which we found online. They also said True's work was contained in plastic to mitigate a, quote, strong odor of cigarettes. True expressed her frustrations to district officials. Art show coordinator Shirley Skidmore responded to her by email, saying in part, "You are a talented young artist, and I'm sorry if the reconfigured display of your artwork disappointed you." Once again, here's that reconfigured display.
My work was not respected, and that is why I am upset.
That was Catherine Cook reporting. True says what she wants now is just an apology from the school district. She also hopes the message behind her entry isn't lost, despite seeing so few people seeing it outside the plastic bag.